Aloha, welcome back. Like, share, and subscribe. As we all know, the Democrats have no leadership, no direction, and they do not know how to fight. So we're gonna see the Democrats do their little, what is this, their little fight dance montage. It just show how feckless they are at just about everything they try to do.
When I say that people are
As you know, as we do, we're going to go across the spectrum, starting with Savvy Sabs here on the left. We're going to do a little bit of Fox News, a little bit of CNN, and some other pundits that you may or may not know.
just playing games. This is what I'm talking about. You got Jasmine Crockett here with everything that's going on in the country. She thinks this is the right response right now.
Oh, no. It's a cultural divide. I'm going to get it on the flow. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the deck like fuck. What's that on a beat, bro? Deep boat on rap, he a freak, though. They front like ember lamps, tell them breathe. That boys could cross, they walk around like thieves. What's up?
Here's the problem, folks. Now is not the time for this. It just like it's like they're tone deaf or something. Why are you dancing?
I don't know if they're as tone deaf as they are stupid. The Democrats are pretty much just stupid. The leadership.
Is this your idea of fighting? I don't know what's happening here. You got AOC sitting down and she's on her phone and she's telling people we might lose Medicaid. I didn't go to the State of Union address. We might lose Medicaid. Jasmine Crockett's out here dancing. And then to make matters worse, because this is what I mean when I say it's fractured. It's all over the place. You even have them, and I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Jesus Christ. Somebody told some of the congressmen to get together, and they told them to, for whatever reason, to do like this video game presence here. And it's so freaking annoying.
Let's see, Bento
it's
Box
so freaking
Queen,
annoying. Look
Mommy
at this.
of the Century.
What is this?
Sleep deprived.
I had to mute it because of the music.
AOC, New York's 14th congressional district, youngest woman and Latina to be elected to the House. Trekkie. I'm a Trekkie, but I wouldn't put that on my Congress thing. Rep. Lauren Underwood, youngest black woman elected to Congress, co-founded the Black Mental Office. Hates balloons. Okay, I guess we're trying to be silly here. House Minority Whip, Massachusetts 5th Congressional District, not into hair dye, I see, because she's gray. Representative Catherine Clark. Judy Chu, California's 28th Congressional District, first Chinese American woman elected to Congress. Too sweet.
Who came up with this?
Oh, Jasmine Crockett, Texas 30th Congressional District, public defender, attorney. Not a morning person. See, I'm a morning person. I'm one of the only morning person I've ever met. I get up at like 3:30 in the morning just on my own with no alarm. Who is this? Susie Lee, Nevada's 3rd Congressional District, president of Communities and Schools of Nevada. 2 sprained fingers. Okay.
This is crazy.
Choose your fighter.
What?
And this is, okay, starting over.
So
the other videos have some different songs in it. Like, she's not playing it for the trademark. But I think people just dubbed over on some other videos that we're going to watch.
Be like Street Fighter, you guys, I guess. And it says choose your fighter. And they want you to choose one of them to fight. This is their idea of fighting. I don't know whoever came up with this. I don't know who these consultants are, who these strategists are. Whoever came up with this idea, this is stupid. People are mocking them. People are laughing at them online. They're making fun of them. They're not with you. They're laughing at you. Look at what it says. Bento Box Queen. Like who? AOC, it says youngest woman plus Latina. What is this? just youngest black woman elected to Congress, hates balloons. House minority whip, not into hair dye. Are you serious? Like, this is the kind of things that you do when you're winning.
Like, be silly, yeah.
You're not winning. That's why this is so stupid. Totally
I think it's a little bit
not
funny
getting
with
the
music.
moment. Totally not getting the moment. And so then, as you'll see, when we talk about fractured, so you got video game dancers, you got Jasmine Crockett dancing down the halls of Congress, AOC saying, I didn't attend the State of the Union. And then you have, Miss Alyssa Slotkin, who was here to tell people, I guess, that basically she wants the
So as to whose idea it was, CNN knows. Let's check out CNN's take on these dancing ladies.
Congresswoman, that TikTok trend, I don't even know where to begin. I'm not sure why this is necessary. I mean, there is like serious stuff happening in this country, but that seems to be just inviting ridicule.
So when you think about TikTok as a trend, we are trying to reach out to different people and different voters. And the woman who produced this is an influencer with 7 million followers. So this is lighthearted, it's fun. And every time you do something creative, you're gonna get criticism, right? But I actually applaud them for trying to do something different. And here's the reality. 7 million followers, whether you think it's cringe or you like it, we're on CNN on a Thursday night and we're talking about it on national TV.
But I guess
Oh
my
my.
question is, to what end? I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I mean, maybe you will get 7 million eyeballs, but what is the point?
I am not.
But if all the eyeballs are laughing at you, I mean, not all publicity is good publicity. Sometimes bad publicity can be good publicity, but just being mocked and laughed at is not necessarily going to be good publicity.
accustomed to helping your party do anything.
Yep.
But let me give you some advice. This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And if you read the comments today, Lord have mercy. Look, scrambling
God.
for new social media and communication strategies is not a replacement for fixing what's actually wrong. Your party has a 21% approval rating right now, congressional Democrats.
Well, let's talk
according to
about
the
fixing what's
Quinnipiac.
wrong. Donald Trump is doing nothing for the American
and he has a
people.
50% approval rating.
He's
So
doing
beating
nothing
you by
for the
30
American
points.
people.
And so
He's
my
not
advice,
lowering the cost
my
of
strong
living.
And when Joe Biden was in, they wouldn't force a vote for Medicare. They wouldn't do nothing for the American people. Obama wouldn't do nothing. They all don't do anything. Bill Clinton passed the crime bill. Most of the stuff they do, no matter if they're Democrat or Republican, is bad. Go watch the Tabernacle video I just put out yesterday. I'm going to put this one out on Saturday. So I put a video out on Friday, the Tabernacle. I'll put a link in the description here. Check that out. I might even put this out today. But yeah, the Republicans don't do nothing good for people, but the Democrats don't either.
Advice
He
would be
tells lies.
fix the policy and leave the gimmicks behind.
Yes, and let's fix policy.
Okay,
They
wait,
all
let
lie.
me just,
Yeah, let me
I just
finish
want
here.
to let the congresswoman
Yeah,
respond to
absolutely.
that, because I think the underlying, what
Right.
Scott is saying, is this question of the party itself has a trust issue with its own voters,
Right,
frankly.
right.
So what is being done about that?
So as we look at trust issues with the Democratic Party, there are a lot of things happening. Remember, the Democratic Party is a very large tent with diverse people. We have people saying, do something. We have some people saying, you've gone too far. We have to stay focused on what is important right now to the American people. President Trump promised to lower the cost of living. He has done none of that. And the Trump administration and Elon Musk are demonstrating one thing with all these random cuts. They don't care if you get sick. They don't care if you get injured. They don't care if you can't pay your bills. And they don't care if you're safe. All these random cuts they're making in all these departments,
The
they don't even
Democrats have
hardly
been saying the same thing since I've been alive.
know very well are hurting the American people. How is putting veterans out of work lowering the cost of living? How is taking away food from children lowering the cost of living? How is kicking women off of health care who get Medicaid lowering the cost of living? So I know that these things are distractions that we're talking about, but why won't Donald Trump deliver on his promises? Because he lies, that's why. They're doing nothing to support the American people.
Why would or should the American people trust Democrats to lower the cost of living after the last 4 years?
We have created more jobs.
No, cost of living. You brought it up. You said Trump's not delivering. I just want to know why we should trust Democrats who skyrocketed inflation. Why would I trust you?
I don't think it's
why would I
about.
trust
I
you?
don't think it's about
Yeah.
you all won.
Yeah.
So now fix it. You said you were going to fix it.
Wait,
now,
we're
now
doing it for 40 days.
Okay, right. And
But
I
you try
said,
to
but what
take a
kind of-
you try to take a
Well, why not
victory
fix
lap
it?
for the Chips and Science Act, for all these investments.
That's kind of bullshit for her to say that. The Democrats had the 4 years with Biden. You won. Fix it. We tried to force the vote for health care. We asked AOC and we call it the squad to go out there to if Nancy Pelosi was going to be the leader of the House, you got to force a vote for health care. Barack Obama had the Senate and the House, didn't get us universal health care. That's BS. When you're in, fix it. The Democrats do nothing when they're in. As soon as the Democrats get the presidency, all the other people just start being all quiet and don't say nothing. It's
What's coming into
BS.
the United States. So you're going to take credit or not. Donald Trump is a president. He promised a lower cost of living. He is cutting jobs across the board from civil servants who have to support
So
their
you
families.
believe in government jobs. You want more government jobs.
No, actually, I want jobs that actually help people. Do you know what civil servants do? They keep our air clean. They keep our water clean. They keep our food safe. Don't interrupt.
They
Government jobs should just be good jobs. Like, you shouldn't be having all this waste, fraud, and abuse. But you should have people planting trees, cleaning up the streets. You know, if it comes down to you have nothing else to do, go to schools and teach kids, clean the schools up, plant stuff around schools. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do other than just waste, fraud, and abuse.
They take taxpayer money to
You know
fund
what?
the whole
Oh,
thing.
let me
It's
t-
a
They
lot.
also pay taxes.
Yes, yes.
Wait, you're saying they take
It takes taxpayer money to fund it.
It
The whole
does.
thing.
But yes, but they're employed by
This
the
is the
government.
Democratic
They're doing
plan.
a
They are
job.
Work on it.
They are not the American people, and they're not getting rich off of it.
But I would rather my taxpayer money go to creating jobs, even like library jobs. Like they said they can't closed. Was it the JFK library? It was one of the. They said it was the biggest presidential library, and they said they closed it because of these cuts and stuff. If we need jobs and not everybody has jobs, I don't care if you pay librarians enough to live, because they're doing something. Just start taking schools, take field trips to the libraries every day now. You know, like not every school every day, but you know, have the libraries schedule all booked up so these librarians or whatever people are doing something. Like, geez, if we need jobs, create jobs.
Go ahead.
Let's not forget, yes, Donald Trump and the Republicans won.
Yeah.
But the Democrats severely lost. And you're digging your hole
But
deeper,
you're saying
especially in a
severely?
week. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Especially in a week after the debacle of what happened during the president's speech, the embarrassment. I don't know who's creating this strategy, but believe me, no one is getting on board. The Democrats have lost. I would argue the Democrats are far more exclusionary. If you don't agree with them, you're canceled. If you say something inappropriate, you're out. And there's never a coming back in. The Democrats have told the American people, you agree with us,
are
we
giving
don't
them a run
want
for
you.
their money these days.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go from CNN to Fox News. Oops.
Riley, I'm a millennial. I know my fellow millennials will not respond well to that. You are Gen Z, with whom went for Trump in greater numbers than the first round, and it was very impressive. Do you think this gets Gen Z?
One.
Again, it goes back to who in the world is advising the DNC
I guess no.
party.
Somebody with 7
No,
million-
this does not
7 million
resonate. We
followers.
look at this as cringy. That's the new word, right? This is cringy. This is out of touch. And that's what the Democrats have proven themselves to be time and time and time again, is totally out of touch with reality. They don't know how to communicate with common sense, everyday Americans. That's been made very clear on their stance with issues such as allowing men into women's sports. Governor Walz putting tampons in boys' bathrooms, boys as young as, fourth grade, referring to Latino individuals as Latinx, totally out of touch. And of course, this skit falls in line with that.
You know, Emily, I'm watching these women dance, and I think I'm being kind by saying dance.
Right.
These are not good moves. And I just wonder how President Trump can get on a stage and do this like mechanical dance move, and it goes viral and it really captures the attention. But this just kind of falls flat.
Actually, you guys, I loved this. I think
You loved it?
Who
Yeah,
loved it?
I know. It's because, look, I applaud anyone for trying. And I actually thought this was really cute, and I feel like I see, and they're really getting into it, and good for them. But here's the thing: is it effective? No. And the whole point
No.
is, when you play, cute or clever, as Michigan State Senator McCowan said, it doesn't resonate. So. Look, I don't want to knock them for trying to getting out there, because it's hard for people to do that and to be physical and whatever. But the whole point is, if you are totally out of tune, with not just messaging, but the entire value system of the 75 plus million Americans that voted, for a certain, like they are so out of touch in so many different value areas. So this is out here. It's completely separate. It's ineffective. But the video itself, guys, I give them an A for effort.
You know what? You are way too kind, Emily. I'm about to go to someone who's not as kind, Brian Comey. But before I go to Brian, I want to tee you up with Governor Gavin Newsom, who sounds very, very different than he usually does.
A lot of folks were talking about that Carville article where he talked about
roll over and play dead.
Roll over, but in essence, he said that. I think it was a strategic retreat. I'm thinking.
I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the one person who made her name in social media is AOC.
Yeah.
So why would you not start with her and work your way back?
Yeah.
And I don't care if you like her message or if you'll vote for her or not. She knows social media. She's charismatic, and start there. And then you go, okay, I don't like the message, but I like your approach. Why are you doing it in your kitchen? Why are you so close? Should we curse a lot? I mean, why? Trying to be cool and curse? What are you in 5th grade? Trying to be one of the guys?
Yeah.
It's just crazy to see a 82-year-old person opening up with a curse word to explain how they're not happy that Donald Trump won an election.
Yeah, you undoubtedly are correct in that. I remember, my sister works in social media, and she said the keyword's organic. You want things to be organic. And I remember several years ago, AOC put out this Instagram Live, and I started watching it, and I...
Organic, guys. So, Green Party, People Powered Party, we need you to jump in, get organic.
couldn't take my eyes off it. She was building IKEA furniture while talking about politics, and it was organic. I wouldn't call that dancing necessarily organic. Molly, this was a Politico article. There was a liberal pollster who did a poll. Here's what they found. A plurality of voters, 40%, said Democrats do not have a strategy whatsoever for responding to Trump.
No strategy.
Now, according to the same survey, it was by liberal firm Blueprint that was shared first with Politico. Another 24% said Democrats have a game plan, but it's a bad one. A paltry 10% said the party has a solid technique for dealing with Trump. That is from a Democratic survey.
And I think this is the spaghetti against the wall, the whole phase of the Democratic rebuild. They don't know which way to go. They don't know exactly how to make it happen. They know they got beat, even in the things that they thought they were winning, with the youth, with things like podcasts, and then they got just wiped out with all of that. And now they're just trying to be creative. They're throwing the spaghetti against the wall.
How could they think they were winning with podcasts? They didn't go on any podcasts.
Well, they're hoping something sticks. They hope a person comes up from the ashes and saves them with ideas and an appeal. And so they're trying to find that person. They're trying to find that approach. And the little Mortal Kombat video, Gen X, flashback, maybe not will work. But I think they're just looking for it. They're trying everything.
Maybe they should try the Trump dance.
Yeah.
That may work. So go try that, guys. I doubt they will. All right.
So we are going to stay on the right here, and this is Don't Walk, Run Productions. This guy's pretty funny, though.
This is Cory Booker, the senior United States Senator from New Jersey. On March 4th, 2025, Senator Booker released the following video on social media.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
It ain't true. That's what you just saw. Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices are up, not down. Inflation is getting worse, not better. The prices of groceries, gas, housing, rent, eggs, they're all getting more expensive. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has done nothing to lower costs for you.
The irony of titling a video, "It ain't true," and then making a bunch of claims about Trump that ain't true. Democrat's gonna Democrat, I guess. Now, Booker's video, it's right out of the Democrat textbook. On its own, it's pretty unremarkable. However,
that ain't true. That's what you just heard.
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 That ain't true. That's what you just heard. That ain't true. That's what you just saw.
That's right.
What's up with
In
the
an
sitting
attempt
down?
to go viral, nearly 24 Senate Democrats posted videos featuring not only the same script, but also the same physical movements.
That ain't true. That's what you just saw.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard.
Amazing.
That ain't true. That's what you just saw.
That ain't true, and that's what you just heard.
What you just saw, not true.
Nothing says authenticity like being part of a hive mind.
That ain't true. Since day one of Trump's presidency, prices are up, not down.
Since day one of Trump's presidency, prices are up, not down.
Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices are up, not down.
Prices are not down, they're up. Inflation is getting worse.
Prices are
Gone up, not down.
Prices are up, not down.
Where was this Democrat energy for the last 4 years
There you
when
go.
Joe Biden and his garbage administration promised that inflation was transitory?
And by the way, talk of inflation, the overwhelming consensus is going to pop up a little bit and then go back down. No one's talking about this great, So again, if it turns out that what I've done so far, what we've done so far, is a mistake, it's going to show. The vast majority of the experts, including Wall Street, are suggesting that it's highly unlikely that it's going to be long-term inflation that's going to get out of hand.
Remember, when Trump left office in January 2021, inflation was at 1.4%. Within 3 months, under the Biden-Harris administration, that number tripled to 4.2%. By June 2022, inflation had reached a 40-year high of 9.1%.
I thought it was gonna be more about the dance, but I like that how he said that where was that Democratic energy when Biden was in office, right? Because I was saying that earlier in this video, but we're gonna get back more to the dancing.
Brian Tyler Cohen presented to members with do's and don'ts for short-form video and text, encouraging them to vastly increase the frequency of their posts and not overly workshop their online content. To make his point, Cohen noted that Elon Musk had posted or retweeted hundreds of posts that week alone.
So Brian Tyler Cohen is one of the advisors, I would take it.
Okay, so Brian Tyler Cohen is telling Democrats to post often and don't overthink it. So let's take a look at how that advice is panning out. What? I don't want to jinx it, but 2026 and 2028 are looking pretty damn good for the Republicans. Brian Tyler Cohen's advice also included recommending a particular type of small microphone popular with online content creators that members and their staff should have for whenever they decide to post.
All right, getting back with the center-right liberals. This is going to be TYT. See, they got a different song going on. I wonder why. I was thinking they were offbeat, but maybe because the people are changing the songs, that's why they're a little bit offbeat. So I'm giving them a little bit of credit for that, maybe.
Now that TikTok has been making the rounds across the internet and has been drawing a lot of criticism from people on both sides of the aisle. To be fair to the Democrats, it doesn't seem like they orchestrated the Super Smash Brothers inspired Choose Your Fighter video. It was originally posted by influencer Solhee Jessica Wu, who's a content creator and a TikTok user. But now, the Democratic women featured in the video are getting ruthlessly made fun of. Before we get to the reactions, let's take a closer look at some of those stats in the video. The first fighter, other than Wu herself, was AOC. The description under her reads positives. New York's 14th congressional district and youngest woman and Latina to be elected to the House. Negative, Trekkie.
Why is that a negative?
Oh, positive and negatives. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Next up is Lauren Underwood. Her bio reads positives. Youngest black woman elected to Congress and co-founded the Black Maternal Office. Negatives, hates balloons. I'm with her there. Can't stand balloons. They're awful. So that's a positive for me.
Is like reaching out to people.
It doesn't get any better though. We have Judy Chu. Her description says positives, California's 28th congressional district and first Chinese American woman elected to Congress. Negatives, too sweet. That's a positive for me.
Right.
Anyway, you get the idea. Catherine Clark, Jasmine Crockett, and Susie Lee were the other featured fighters. We'll caption the video with the hashtags Women Who Fight, Save Democracy, and Girl Power. Innocent enough, but now it's getting attention for all the wrong reasons. These are just a few of the thousands of responses the video solicited. One ex-user wrote simply, "What are we doing? Another said, "This made me decide to not pay my taxes this year." Ex-user Matthew Donlan said, "We're never getting health care."
Oh, man. Right? The Democratic Party will never get you health care. Green Party. If you are a leftist, if you are a progressive, Green Party is your only choice. DSA, PSL, bring them all together, coalesce, coalition build under the Green Party. We have ballot access. Let's make it happen.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Even Jake Tapper was not impressed, who wrote, "The best part about this is presumably this is precisely to reassure their voters that they've figured out how to be an effective opposition party."
What? No.
Landed a haymaker there, Jake. Republicans, all the way up to the White House, are taking advantage of the skit. Trump's rapid response account tweeted, "Democrats not be cringe challenge. Level, impossible." Jake, I don't know if I hate this video as much as some people, but what do you make of it?
I don't hate it that much either. That might be shocking, okay? Here's why. Like, is it cringe? Yeah, I don't love that word, but yeah, I get it. Yes. And so, like, are these lame attempts like Chuck Schumer talking about the billionaire buddies and all the Democrats doing TikToks where they're clearly reading from a consultant script, not the right way to go? Of course, right? The reason why I don't hate this video is at least they tried something. Like, I'm so, like, we're running out of oxygen, right? The Democrats.
So for those of you who are like, some get mad that I'm trying to get people to the Green Party, Jank goes from the Democrats to the Republicans, right? At least I'm going to the left. Like, we already got two strong right-wing parties. We need a left-wing party, so that's why I'm going green.
Won't do anything at all. And with Hakeem Jeffries coming out nonstop and being like, "Well, we've got no leverage. We don't know what to do." Like, so, like, now the bar is so low for Democrats that if they're not crying on camera, like, "Hey, okay, look at that. At least they got some pep in their step and it looks like they want to fight." I mean, I prefer to see the actual fight, right? I'd love to see that. But that's why I was like, well, at least they tried something, and I feel bad about ragging on them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's like the little kids.
Sure, it's cringe by conventional standards, but weren't we just talking about how they needed a better digital strategy? It wasn't like these members of Congress came together. This was a TikTok creator who put this together. She collaborated with many members of Congress to do this. This is her thing. If it fits for her account, okay, great. This wasn't like a DNC official video. They're just having fun. Like, yeah, I hear the thing. You want to be in a firm and a legit opposition party. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily knock some of those people for that. Like, Crockett has been pretty firm. AOC has been pretty firm. AOC is out there constantly directly messaging to people. We've talked about that before. I mean, if it was like Pelosi doing that, maybe the criticisms would be a lot stronger. But this video, to some, is an example of why polling is showing that Democrats are losing faith in their party's ability to oppose Donald Trump.
So go green, guys. Losing faith in the Democratic Party? I done lost faith a long time ago. Go green. Get in the People's Party. We need people in it. And this is going to be the Black conservative talking about it. He has the response from the Republican Party. I wanted to make sure I got this in here. I was looking for it.
Yeah, so that video, which is maximum cringe, is getting roasted across the internet, okay? It is a complete and total embarrassment to the Democrat Party. Just when you thought that it couldn't get worse for the Democrats, no, it gets worse, okay? They continue to dig a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. Even the White House is now joined in on roasting the Democrats because they posted their own response that I think is much better and less cringy. Take a look.
They do the more stoic style.
Top-tier education is no...
Yeah, I agree. America chose its fighters last year, right? I think that America and the Democrats, right? The actual Democrats have rejected their own party when it comes to their fighters, okay? They are weak as hell, okay? The Democrat Party is extremely weak. So again, ads like this, man, they're just walking into more mockery. They're walking into more humiliation, more embarrassment. I don't know who's leading the Democrat Party right now, okay? They're a party without a leader. Clearly, everybody's just doing their own thing, and none of it is working, okay? They're literally throwing things at the wall to see what sticks, but nothing is sticking for them, right? I've never seen anything like this. This should be studied in the history books. The downfall of the Democrat Party.
Studied in the annals of history.
Studied in political textbooks, okay? It should be studied in history classes, okay? I'm so serious.
Well, actually, man, it's like when the Republicans took over the Whigs to end slavery, it would be nice, like, be it health care be the issue, or be it, global climate change, global warming, whatever you want to call it. If that's the big thing that we're going at that makes the change, but something as big as slavery was, right, that's what's going to take down the Democrats. We're at that time where if the people do stand up and the people do choose to get in the People's Party and bring this left-wing coalition together, and we change for climate change, we change for universal health care, and we do better borders, and we do food security, things like that, and better housing prices, whatever, all that stuff. This, in 100 years and 50 years and 20 years even, they would study this and be like, oh, that was a great change, whatever. And 50 years would be a great change. 100 years, this is a moment that could be the moment in history. Like, he's not thinking of it that way, but this is what it could be. This is what it should be. This is what it needs to be if we're going to be a great country, if we're going to see a future that's worth seeing.
We've never seen anything like this. This collapse of the Democrat Party is insane, right? This is historic, what has happened to this party. So,
party collapses, the Green Party builds.
You know it's bad because even CNN's liberal journalist, Abby Phillip, is not feeling the Democrats and their Choose Your Fighter video.
Right on. And so I just wanted to show you again across the spectrum how different people talk about the same thing. And again, all the links will be in the description below. Keep coming back to across the spectrum, and you see the Democrats are weak. They do not know what they are doing. Now is the time. Now's the time. Join the Green Party. Leave in the comments, just type in green if you joined the Green Party yet. Please fill up the comments. What, I got 104 subscribers? Let's get 104 comments that say green. Come on, we need to do this. Like, I mean, if we don't do it, the corporations will keep filling the Democrats and the Republicans, and they will keep control of us. So if you want control of your own life, if you want your kids to have control of their life, it's green or nothing. That's pretty much it. And you'll know that if you look at things, if you look at news from across the spectrum.